We lost focus. Regain focus. Hello? Are we focused? Can you see the whiteboard? Yes. Hello, hello, hello. So, welcome. Hi Esther. Hi Noelia. I'm just going to quickly open up the chat on the phone so I don't have to look really far into the distance, okay? So I can read all of your comments on here, and this is easier for me because the computer is really far away. So, today, we are continuing learning about modal verbs. Woo! You've already done modal verbs of ability and obligation. So today we are continuing with the next lesson, which is due, which are modal verbs of possibility. And then spoiler alert, next class will be modal verbs of permission. But for today, we're going to focus on possibility, okay? So these is the lesson plan that we're doing. Woo! So essentially, the grammatical aims for today, okay, are learning, as I said, about modal verbs of possibility. Not going to tell you which they are because I'm going to ask you. But we'll also be seeing modal verbs of certainty and impossibility, okay? So you need to focus a lot today, okay? Because I'm going to ask you to send me a video using modal verbs of possibility. I want you to send me a video to our WhatsApp. You have the number here. It's 634-524790. So that we can listen to you using these modal verbs of possibility. So we make sure that you're understanding everything that I'm explaining, okay? But what am I going to tell you? Good question. I want you to tell me about all of the possibilities, things that you could do when quarantine is over, okay? So just dream of all of those possibilities, things that you can't do now because you have to stay at home, but you could do once this is over, okay? And send us a video telling us about that. Yes, so make sure you write down the number. I'll remind you later, but it's 634-524790. Hello, Cecilia. Good morning. Welcome. How are you doing? Is everyone good? You ready to learn a bit more English? Let me just rub this off the board and we will get started. I need more hands. Gonna put the phone in my pocket. Hello, Juanmi. Good morning. How are we doing? Is everyone awake? Enjoying their morning? Okay, so we're gonna begin with modals of possibility. Do you know which modal verb we use to talk about possibility? Can anyone tell me? Write it in the comments, in the chat. I'll wait. I will open the chat on the phone. I'm not on Instagram, I promise. This is me looking at myself. Look at that, okay? Could, yes, Juanme, fantastic. That is the most important modal verb that exists in English. We use it for everything. Everything. We love the modal verb could. So if you're preparing for an exam, make sure that you always try and include a could in your speaking, in your writing. It shows a very fluid, native level of English, okay? So, fantastic. We'll begin with could. Can someone give me an example sentence using could? May and might. Yes, Esther, fantastic. Those are essentially the three that we're going to go over today. Could, may, and might. But for now, we'll start with could, and then we'll do may and might after. Okay? Good job, guys. Okay, as I was saying, can anyone give me an example sentence with could as a possibility? Be careful, because there's a lot of uses of could. I'll wait. Do my waiting dance. Could you borrow me your pen? Okay, a couple of things. Borrow means that it's mine. So this is my pen, okay? And Andy, would you care for a demonstration? Okay. Everyone, welcome Andy. Hello, Andy. So if this is my pen and Andy needs a pen, Andy would say,
Jess, could I borrow a pen?
Exactly. And I lend Andy my pen. So it depends on the direction of the action. He borrows something from me, and I lend something to him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so be careful. Borrow is not the same as lend. So the correct way to ask that question would be, could you lend me your pen? Because you do not possess the pen. The pen is mine, okay? So could you lend me? Is could you lend me your pen a possibility? Or are you asking, is it making a request? It's not exactly the same. Yeah, when you say, could I have those, a different type of modal verb? There you're making a request, you're asking a question. You could learn English with Inglaterra in casa. Yes, Pedro, very good. This is a possibility. Okay? Oh, this is really difficult. Damn. Gonna get gym strength from rubbing out the whiteboard. Oof. Okay, so as Pedro said, you could learn English with Inglaterra en casa. Okay, I'm not going to write the whole name, it's very long. We have a very long name. Here, you're making the suggestion, the idea, you're giving the idea that it is possible with Inglaterra en casa, but there are other possibilities. They're not as good, but there's other possibilities, okay? So, very good, Pedro, fantastic. So as you can see, we use could to make a suggestion as well, okay? For possibility and also to make a suggestion now or in the future, okay? So for example, we could go to the cinema tonight. If we weren't in quarantine, if you weren't isolated in your houses, can you read the board okay? Andy, can you check the... Would you like me to bring it closer? Is this better? Whoop, no one is saying anything. Andy's gonna check for me, he's my technician today. Okay, is that better? More visible? As you can see, here you're making a suggestion. You're like, we could go to the cinema, we could go to the park, we could go to the beach, we could go to the mountain, except we can't because quarantine, but you get the idea, okay? So here, this could is indicating a suggestion. Now, it can be in the present or in the future. So you can make a suggestion now or in the future. How do I know if it's now? How do I know if it's the future? Very easy. Here you have the word tonight. Tonight indicates future. Tonight is not now. Okay? So if you just had this sentence, we could go to the cinema. You finish it there. Then, yes, that would be now. We could go to the cinema. Let's go now. Okay? Or we could go make lunch. Let's go make lunch now. It's a bit early, but we could. Okay? But whereas if you have we could go to the cinema tonight, tonight is a future time reference. Okay, if you have the future time, then that indicates that this is a suggestion about the future. Very simple. So for it to be future, you always need the time reference. Okie dokie? Is that clear? Yes? Do you understand this? If you do, can I rub this off? Whoop, whoop, whoop. If you want to copy, take photos, you can always just pause me. I'm very pausable, okay? Okay, let's continue. Oof. Seriously, Jesus. Yes, yes, fantastic. I love your affirmations. Sorry Sorry, I'm not strong. I need to go to the gym. Oh, this is better. Oh, the black is easier than the blue. I have discovered just now. Okay, here we go. Am I tilting this? Ooh, that's better. Could Andy sing the song? You guys are obsessed with Andy singing. Jesus. We will program a video where Andy just sings the songs that you want, okay? Andy is out of service at the moment. Okay. Oh, you guys are funny. Okie dokie. Now I'm distracted. Now I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, could and can. So we're gonna use, I'm gonna give, I can stay with Sarah, okay, when I go to Paris. And I could stay with Sarah when I go to Paris. No, Paris with a capital P. Oops. Okay? So I can stay with Sarah when I go to Paris, and I could stay with Sarah when I go to Paris. Can you tell me what the difference between using can and could in these sentences is? Because they are both possibility. I have the possibility of staying with Sarah, and I have the possibility of staying with Sarah. So are they exactly the same, or is there a difference? What do you think? I'm going to give you a third example as well. I could stay with Sarah forever. Different. Okay, Kwanmi, why do you think they're different? Or what is the difference? Second is not sure. Ooh, yes. Very good, Pedro. Amazing. So, as you can see, as Pedro said, can is sure and could is possible. Very good. Can is more sure. It's not necessarily 100%, but it is more realistic. Okay, it's realistic. Like, it can happen. It's more sure. Whereas with could, it is possible, but not sure. Very good. And in the third situation, I could stay with Sarah forever. What happens here? Is this sure? Is it possible? Do you think Sarah will want us in her house forever? It's a desire. Yes, Pedro. It is a desire, but forever is a bit of a long time. I don't think Sarah will be very happy if we just go to her house and never leave. Potentially, that has happened to some people over the last couple of days. They were with friends in a house and then suddenly self-isolate. And now their friends have moved in forever until the end of quarantine. No one wants that, okay? So I could stay with Sarah forever is unrealistic. It's unrealistic. It will probably not happen because forever is a long time. And Sarah would be like, go away, leave me alone. Okay? The differences here between can and could are clear? Yes? No? Maybe so? Give me a yes, give me a thumbs up if everything is clear. And I can start rubbing off the board because it takes me 20 million years because I am weak. Yes, fantastic. Yeah, woo, yes, okay, very good. Fantastic. I'll get better. Give me some time. This is my first time using this whiteboard. You can clean. Thank you. Thank you for your permission. Stallion?
Stallion.
Yeah.
Stallion.
It's clear. Thank you, Victor. Andy. This is what I have to live with. Okay, and if I remember correctly earlier, Esther, I think it was Esther, correct me if I'm wrong, gave us another 2 modal verbs of possibility. Do you remember what they were? Esther, if you're still there, do you want to remind us again? My waiting dance. Because I'm lagged slightly. Give you time to think, give you time to write. What are the modals of possibility? Yes, pardon me. May, and might. Yes, Esther. Fantastic. Thank you, Esther. Next time you can come and teach the class if you want, because you're nailing it. Very good, Pedro. May and might. Yes. Okay. So, may and might. Can you give me an example sentence using may and an example sentence using might? Think. Thinking dance. Example with may, example with might. May the force be with you. And with you, Victor. You're a bit soon, in about a month. May the 4th. Funny, I know. May the force be with you. Is that possibility? You've got me there. I don't think it is. You're offering something. You're like, have the force. May the force be with you. I'm not too sure. You've really got me there, Rita. I may go out next month. Good example, Pedro. I may go out next month. Okay? And with might, what might you say? Ooh, give me an example. Might. No examples? Okay, it's fine. I will think of one. It might be sunny outside. I'm not sure because I've not. Oh, very good, Juanmi. Victor, might I help you is a request, and you would say, may I help you, not might I help you. That is the topic of the lesson next class. Okay, so we'll go through that in more detail then. And Juanmi, yes, I might go to the park this afternoon. I hope you don't. Stay at home, self-isolate, but good example. If I win the lottery, I might buy a Ferrari. Very good, Stallion. Very good use of a modal verb of possibility in a conditional. Amazing. Yes. Okay.
And a good teacher.
You have a good teacher. I've been obligated to say this. So here, as you can see, may, go, and might be. Here, what is the use of may and might? Is it realistic? Is it possible but not sure? Or is it unrealistic? What do you think? What do you think? Andy's doing the waiting dance with me. He's sitting there like, ooh, ooh. It's like we're listening to music, but there's no music. we're going crazy.
Justin Bieber. What do you think?
We're sitting here going crazy. He's singing Justin Bieber. What do you think? No? Okay, it's fine. I'll tell you. No worries. Oh, realistic. More sure is may. Yeah, more or less. I mean, in this case, may and might, both of them, may and might, are similar or are the same to the use of could from earlier. I could stay with Sarah when I go to Paris. I may stay with Sarah when I go to Paris. I might stay with Sarah when I go to Paris. More or less, they're quite interchangeable. You can choose which one you want because the meaning is the same in the sense that they are possible, but not certain. Okay? Very simple. Ooh, stellium. May is used to express what is possible, factual, or could be factual. Yeah, possible.
Sounds like a copy and paste.
Andy thinks that you copied and pasted it from some website or from Google or from somewhere. he's watching you. He's watching you always. Okay. Yeah. So it's possible, but not certain. It very similar as the sense of could. I don't know. I may go out next month. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? It might be sunny outside. I don't know. I've not been outside in 2 weeks, so it might. Might is used to express what is hypothetical. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Stellian. Definitely copying all of this. But yeah, like natively English people, we use them interchangeably. We use them the same. Hypothetical, possible. What is the difference in meaning? It's more or less the same thing, realistically. So don't worry. Easier for you. Pick and choose. Okay? Now we have one more thing, which is important for this topic, okay? What happens in the extremes? Now, what do I mean? Give me a sec, and I will give you an example. I'll give you 2 examples. Okay. So, we have it's getting dark. It must be late. Okay, here we have must be late. And his car isn't outside. He can't be home. Okay, so we have must be late and can't be home. Do you think these are modals of possibility? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. What do you think they are? Tell me. Write me in the comments. Comment. Chat to me. Talk to me. Going crazy. I only have Andy to talk to.
It's not a bad thing.
Talk to me. No ideas? No worries. I can tell you. So here, it's getting dark. So I look outside and I see that the sun is down. So logically, I would not think that it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Logically, I think, the time has ticked on. It's late because there is no sun anymore. So I kind of have a reason. I have evidence. This is our evidence for me to know something. Is it possible that it's not late? Slightly, yes. Okay. So this is kind of you think logically, you are deducing, you're certain about something. So when you are more certain about a situation because you have evidence, you can use must plus be. Okay. Always with be. So here, this is what we call certainty. Certainty. Okay. We're certain about something. You use must plus be. It must be late. I know for certain. It might be late is a possibility. I'm not 100% for sure. But it must be late, I'm sure. Okay? Typically because you have evidence. And the same happens here, just with the opposite. Kind of like the negative. This is must, then the negative of must. Not exactly the negative, but that's basically the idea. Here is your evidence. His car is not outside. So I have a reason. His car is not there. Okay? So then here, this is an impossibility. Impossibility. He is not home. He can't be home. How do I know this? Because his car isn't outside. This evidence is showing me that he is not home. It is impossible for him to be home. Okay? And the structure of this would be can't or cannot plus be. Okay? Is this clear? Okie dokie. If you want to try and write a couple of examples using this to see if you've understood, I'm happy to correct you or congratulate you for your fantastic understanding. Ooh. So essentially we have, I am certain of something, I use must plus be. The possibility kind of range, may, might, could, means possible, 50-50, not 100% certain. And then, boom, the impossibility is can't. Okie dokie? So, do you remember what I asked you at the beginning of the video, of the lesson? I said that I wanted you to think of things that you could be doing, you might be doing, you may be doing, or that you could do, may do, might do. You can structure it however. And I want you to send me a video of things that you could be doing now during quarantine if you were not in quarantine, okay? And try to use as many modal verbs of possibility as possible. Try to make 3 sentences, one with could, one with may, one with might, and send them to our WhatsApp, which I will remind you right now. Our WhatsApp number is 634, I can't remember, 524790. And we would like to listen to you, to each one of you, practicing your English and using these modal verbs of possibility so that we can check that you have understood the concept of the lesson today. Okay? If you don't have any questions, I am going to go. You have 10. Oh, I'm covering the number. Oops. 10 seconds to ask me questions. 10, 9, 8. I'm not doing a very good job at this because I have too many pens in my hands. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay to you too, Stellion. Okay. Great, good answer. Okie dokie. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned a lot about modals of possibility. Sing a song. I know I'm not singing a song, Kwanmi. If I sing a song, people will never watch my videos again. But I will see you guys. Oh, very good, Victor. Okay, Spain is in confinement. I think you have an extra T there. Confinement. He can be at home. Here for certainty, remember, can't is the impossibility. Can is used more, as I said, something that you are sure. Everyone can be at home, but it would be more normal to use must because you are certain, 100% certain about something, okay? So Spain is in confinement. Everyone must be at home. There, yes, okay? To you too, Conchi. And see you soon, Stellion. Stellion says see you soon, Andy.
Bye, Stallion.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. with modal verbs of permission. Okie dokie. And bye for now. That's the extent of my singing. Bye.